Hi, I'm Poonam Niki Shankar, a certified etiquette consultant. Today I'll be talking about life, laughter, and lessons of foreign posting abroad. New place, new faces, broken languages, awkward moments, and yet laughter, friendship, and unforgettable lessons awaited at every corner. So, we'll first speak about the challenges and the first steps. When you reach a foreign destination and you interact with a lot of foreign nationals, you feel intimidated. And, I was really hesitant to greet my neighbors. But one smile led to stories and laughter. So I learned that taking the first step revealed the best of human connections. Then, of course, the language and the accent barriers, the broken words and smile, which was equal to warmth. I was at the grocery shopping store and my accent confused the store in charge. But my gestures and patience turned the awkward moment into a friendly chat. What I learned was that kindness travels faster than language. Of course, the cultural differences. You know, my neighbor, she was very silent at first, so I thought that, she's very unfriendly. But later I realized that it was respect for personal space. And of course, hosting foreign families taught me being patient and more flexible. I realized that empathy dissolves differences. Of course, when you're in a foreign country, you get homesick because you have to do everything by yourself. And sometimes, despite there are so many people around you, still, you feel lonely. But long walks, coffee mornings, helping each other with chores made that unfamiliar place feel like home after some time. And I realized that adaptability turns anywhere into a home. Of course, there were some joy and very heartwarming moments too, like inviting people home. The first time I invited them home, I like this question struck me that will they like my cooking or will they like the food? But let me tell you, the golgappas and the butter chicken and aloo ke pakode were a hit. And sharing meals bridged cultures. Even sharing cultures, when I'm reminded of another incident where I had invited them to my house and I draped the saris. They all wore the saris, and then I put one bindi on their forehead, and post that we had one photograph together. I realized that it brought a lot of laughter, and of course, any festival, any get together, uh, we shared so many good stories together. They all connected hearts. And of course, when the ladies go out together, even a simple outing builds lasting friendship. Like being invited to another world. Why I say that is because one of my African friends, she invited me to her house for coffee. So I went there, so I saw that she was wearing a very beautiful turban on her head. So she said that, okay, I'm going to you also wear this kind of a turban and then we'll sip coffee together. And she made me wear a beautiful turban, and both of us, we sipped coffee and a lot of storytelling each other, and very good moments and very memorable moments. Of course, then how teaching and helping each other, it makes a difference when you're abroad. Like there was a British ballroom dance and I really wanted to participate in that. It is one of my friends who helped us perfect the final touches. And it was a very fun, memorable, and a very heartwarming experience. And of course, the fun chaos. When I say a chaos, people outside are very stiff. So we had beautiful photo shoot moments. I just didn't want everybody to be just standing straight and just staring at the camera. So we had beautiful moments, like I would say, look at the bird, everybody's head that side, and I would shoot one picture. And then I would say, okay, fine, everybody, aeroplane pose. Outward means like this, and inward means like this. So, they have very, like, everybody had a pose to make. Hands up, shout paneer, and it turned the stiffness into laughter. Of course, there was kindness in vulnerability. When I was sick, my two friends, they not only gave me the meals for the days, but they also cleaned my house and handled all my household chores. And when I said, it was not required, they just said that you do the same for us. That was one of the most heart touching experiences that I've ever had in my life. And of course, parting ways, that is the most painful experience. Strangers, they become your family, and goodbyes were bittersweet, leaving lasting memories. So, like, if I have to say that, what lessons I have learned from every foreign posting, I will just say, it's taught me courage. Taking the first step opens the door. Kindness, it bridges the gap faster than the words. Empathy dissolves differences and builds bonds. Adaptability, it turns unfamiliar places into home. Connection beyond borders, where strangers become family. Your personal growth, believe me, it shaped me as a strong, compassionate individual who builds connection beyond borders. Well, Shivika, this is what you had asked for, and I've tried to explain that, how my experience was abroad. I hope you're happy